EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. You look at this Bears defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Colts. Adonai Mitchell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable for Watson. Well, looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And a short gain down to about the 33. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. You look at this Bears defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adonai Mitchell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by... And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adonai Mitchell doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. To the air, Williams. That's complete. Roma Dunze. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Second down and 8. Play action. Now Williams. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. Inside the 10, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adonai Mitchell on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Williams now looking to throw on first and 10. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. From the gun, here's Williams. He's going to look deep for more. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Adonai Mitchell, 33 yards. And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Williams going to throw again on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. On play action, here's Williams. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Williams. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention.
There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a play fake here on first down. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for the Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the return will stop right around the 25. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up.
And that's caught inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll try the middle with Peterson. And now off to the races down the right side. He may go. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears get a bit closer. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Complete. This is Mitchell. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Christian Watson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts are able to widen their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Williams throw complete there to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They run over center with Peterson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now they'll audible to something else. Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Peterson. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 146 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 2nd down, Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. To throw, it's Williams. And it's caught. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll go. Here's Williams. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. Now he's loose again. He may go. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They start the drive with Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Williams. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Williams going to throw for it. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw, Williams. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Looking to throw is Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Rome Odunze, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Christian Watson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Williams throw here into the hands of Moore. Here's a 2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Peterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 17 yards out. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Colts. Adonai Mitchell, 75 yards. And the Colts have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. They'll go play action here with Williams. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
is beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd and 9 now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adonai Mitchell, a 9-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this one fielded in the end zone. It will be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It's a gain of 34. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They run out of the gun with Swift. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3rd and 12. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. To the air on 3rd down is Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Carlson on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.